All right, guys, so in this lesson, we're going to be looking at defense against a push and a shove. Now, I'll explain the difference. So a push is basically, a shove is this, where the person's just doing this. And it's very common, we see it. What is the person doing? He's trying to test you. He's trying to see your reaction. Are you going to get aggressive? Are you going to hit back? Are you going to, he's trying to get something out of you at that very moment. He's testing you out, right, to see your reaction. And then you have a push where the person is actually pushing with all his weight. Now, I've seen people get pushed where they go flying and they hit their head behind the wall. It actually happened outside a club I was working where the guy pushed him. He went flying, he hit his head behind the wall, boom. And that was enough to knock the person out, okay? So, how do you defend against a shove? The first thing is I want to bring up my hands. So if he's shoved me, where you just look, he's pushing, just a small like that, go. So I could easily just shove me for real. So again, we're going back to what we learned in level 1 is bring up your hands. This is key, guys. I'm going to keep repeating it so you guys have this in here. My hands are up. If he's doing this stuff, go. If he's doing this, my hands are up. If he's talking to me, go again. All I do is I'm closing off. So go slowly in the middle. What I do is I'm closing off here. If he goes like this, go around my shoulders, I'm doing this. The idea is, 1 is don't let him grab me. 2, don't let him gain control. Meaning, don't let him do this and then throw his punch. So what I want to do right away is close it off, go. Is close it off, go around, open it up. And if he does manage to push me, so push me, if I do this, my hands are going to come up, right? I'm going to draw him in. The last thing you want to do is shove me. What the fuck, man? What's your problem? What do you want? What's the last thing you want to do? Don't challenge him. Don't threaten him. I want to lower his guard. I want to raise his ego. I want to draw him in. I don't want to turn this into a sparring fight. I don't want him to shove me shove him, and now I just let him know, okay, the fight is on. Okay? The objective and what you're going to learn throughout the lessons is, it's a little bit, this is the street, guys. This is, if you want to fight and you want a trophy or a belt, go fight in the ring. What I'm teaching you here is survival, how to go home to your family, how to keep yourself safe, how to finish something as quickly as possible. Right? You're faced with a guy like Costa who's got a lot of power. You better bet I want to go preemptive with him. I don't want to turn this into a wrestling match, a BJJ match, or a sparring match, especially if you're a woman, right? You want to finish the attack as quickly as possible, okay? So if the person shoves me, boom, my hands are going to come up. I'm going to start talking to him. What do you want, man? How can I help you? Look, can we talk about it? Whatever it is, my hands are up. Right? At one point, let's say he grabbed me, just grabbed me. Let's say he grabbed me, boom. This is where I'm throwing my strike immediately, right? We're going to look at that a little bit later. The instant his hands come on top of me or grab me, I'm striking. Right now, he's just shoving me and he's testing me. So what you don't want to do is shove back. I don't want to get into fighting stance. Bring your hands up and draw him in so you can throw that preemptive or first strike. If I push him back, then guess what? You just let him know you're ready to fight. What's his first reaction is to put up his guard, put up his hands. And now you better hope that your timing, your speed, your footwork, and you spar. Where I want to eliminate all that by you drawing him in and going preemptive. Now, if he's doing a committed push, which means both hands are coming in, right? First, you're going to see it because if I'm going to do a committed push, a lot of times he's either going to take a step back or he's going to move back, right? You're going to be able to see it through body language where you go push, where he's going to do this and boom. Now right there you see there's a lot more power. Now, back to the forward drill. This is why we say one leg is always forward. If he pushed me and both feet are parallel, boom. And I wasn't even faking that, right? It was hard for me to find balance. The wall's right there. That's how quick my head would have went slammed through the wall. Okay, so what you want to do if my hands are up again and go for a shove, all I'm doing is I'm pivoting. No, go through the middle, Costa. Like you're push. I'm pivoting. So what am I doing? I'm doing this, right? Stepping off to the side. Again, elbow to knee, and I'm moving, and I'm moving. Because I don't want to do this. He's still gonna go in. So as I want to let the energy redirect this way. So if he comes here, I'm doing that. If I'm here, go, and I could, boom, I'm gonna move out of the way. Now from there, push, I could do this and just, boom, through a forearm shot. Or from there, I could start palm striking, or whatever happens, happens, right? Again, like I said, guys, it's a fight, anything can happen, okay? But the most important part of this defense is if he shoves you, don't shove back, draw him in, bring your hands up. Use the pivot to keep moving around the attacker. Look at his hands to make sure he doesn't have a weapon and he's not trying to get around you to sucker punch you. Don't play into his game. Don't fight fire with fire. So if he shoves, don't shove back. Use your verbal, keep communication. If he decides to do a committed push, move out of the way. Go again. So if I'm here, move out of the way. From there, you have to start striking. Elbow, hammer fist, headbutt, knees, neck crank, striking the back of the head, whatever it is. There's no, in terms of this particular defense, it's very hard for me to tell you what to do after, right? Because it could come in so quickly. But probably if I was, the one thing that to me is most effective if the person goes here is boom, forearm shot. Now, whether I hit the blade of the forearm or the bicep, because you're right in range, it's boom here. From there, elbow, hammer fist, headbutt. It's really hard to say what he's going to do next. Get that first preemptive strike. You could also, if he's pushing, if he's pushing, I can do this, and if I can find the momentum to run, get out as quickly as possible, okay? Throw that first strike and get out, okay? But throughout the other videos, we're gonna look at the one arm, the two arm lapel, or bear hug. Those are gonna have a lot more, you're gonna have a lot more, striking involved because the person's grabbed you, and there's a lot more openings when it comes to that. This is, the most I'll be able to do is here, boom, throw a forearm shot, and then it's a fight. Anything can happen. So I hope you enjoyed the video, this lesson. I'll see you guys next week.